Amelia, my darling. How are you today? Are you having a nice little dust bath? Yeah? Look at the leaves I got. Aren't they pretty? They match you. Oh, you beautiful girl. Oh, a snack and a rest? Perfect life. So I am out gathering some leaves for props, and the goats are out here joining me. This tree here has dropped a bunch of leaves already. Some of them are a little beat up, but I just wanted to say hello to the goats. Everybody's coming in because they think I'm gonna give them leaves for a snack. No, no snacks. Go out and eat and graze. Go on. Hi, Bam Bam. Hi, Bam Bams. Look at everybody's wool is coming in so beautifully. In a few months, we're probably going to get to shear them. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? You got an itch? Okay. Yeah. Hi everybody, and welcome to Caught in the Wool episode 47. And I am here with my co-host Peach in her new sweater. And yeah, you ready to get caught in the wool? Ready to get caught in the wool? Yeah? Okay, so I'm not going to do a long introduction because this is a little bit of a strange episode, but basically little Peach got sick a few weeks ago, and I'm going to get all into that. Yeah, and you're going to sit on my lap the whole time. So I'm going to be talking about that quite a bit in this episode. And are you falling asleep? But basically, I am SamBee, the host of Caught in the Wool with Peach. We are a podcast all about knitting, sheep farming, goat farming, bunny farming. Oh, are you gonna take a nap? Okay. And we do all kinds of fiber art stuff, and that's our full-time business, our farm and family. And sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained because why are you falling asleep? Stay awake. Because of what I'm gonna get into in a little bit. But basically, our family and myself, we all work here full-time. This is our one gig. We dye yarn. You guys who have returned, thank you for coming back, and also you know the gist of it. And if you are new here, are you starting to okay. If you are new here, you can go to our website. I will link that below, and that will say everything about who we are and what we do and all of that on our about section. But mostly we dye yarn and design patterns a little bit. So you guys, I'm back, and it has been a hot minute. So the last time I saw you, we were doing the berry update. So that was back in July, like mid-July. Shortly after that update, I went to go visit my boyfriend in Georgia, and I came back home, and Peach was not feeling herself. Were you? You weren't feeling very good, were you? No. Are you falling asleep? I think I put the sweater on her, and she automatically is like, okay, time to relax. I've been knitting her sweaters since she was an itty bitty puppy, so she loves wearing sweaters, and they're like her happy place. But anyways, Peach she had like a fever. She was, when she was walking, she was starting to fall over, and she was super drowsy. She's really drowsy right now, but she hasn't been. I think she just wants to cuddle and take a nap. It is about her nap time. And yeah, that was the most concerning. When she'd walk, she'd like lose her balance and start to fall over. A couple times she just fell on her side. She was just really lethargic and out of it. We took her to a like walk-in clinic to get her antibiotics because she doesn't have a primary care vet since we moved here. We just haven't really found a vet we liked. We've taken some of our animals to the vet, local vet, and it hasn't ended well. So I just hadn't taken her because I hadn't had a reason to. And you know, it's like 2 weeks out, but I was really concerned for her, so I took her into a walk-in like clinic, and he said, yeah, she has a fever, let's get her some antibiotics. And I started her on the antibiotics, and that night, it was Friday night, and I got back like, I think I got back Wednesday afternoon, and Friday night, Peach died. Yeah, Dutchie. Yeah, remember that? She was wobbling around. I had just started her on the antibiotics. I had given her an antibiotic shot and everything. And I remember telling QueenBee and SenBee, who are my mother. My mother is QueenBee, SenBee is my sister. And I was telling them, I feel like we should take her to the ER. She has such a bad fever and she's just not acting like herself. And they were like, well, let's see. Maybe in the morning she'll be doing better. And I was just like not feeling great about it. She went to get water, and then I was trying to pick her up to carry her into this room actually to set her on the couch. This is our knitting nook actually that I'm in right now. And she was trying to go into the living room. And I scooped her up, and she's wobbling around, and I put her on the couch in here. And she immediately started having a seizure. She's never had a seizure before. It was terrifying. Her whole body like went rigid. My God, it was one of the worst moments of my life. And she was yelping and crying and totally out of it. And then she stopped breathing, and her heart stopped, and her eyes glazed over, and her tongue was hanging out of her mouth, and you were really just putting on the act today. She has been fine ever since. I will get to that, but like, she isn't 100% yet. But basically, we found out that little Peach has an autoimmune disease. We took her to a local ER because that was the only place we could think to bring her. They kind of didn't believe me that she had stopped breathing. SenBee had given her CPR, and it was like a miracle that it worked and brought her back. I thought that she was gone. Like, I was hysterical and sobbing in the other room, like she had literally died in my arms. And SenBee was just working on her in here and like yelling at her to wake up. Oh my God, it was dramatic. Yes, and giving her CPR through her nose, and pressing on her rib cage and everything to try to keep her heart beating. And then she woke up, and she sat up on the couch, and she was kind of just like really confused. I could tell she was out of it, but she was like, why is everybody so upset? So then we rushed her to the ER. They didn't really believe me that she had died, because that sounds like crazy, but she literally, her heart stopped, her eyes glazed over, her tongue was hanging out of her mouth, and she was just completely out of it. Yes, you were. Yes. But I guess while she was there, she stopped breathing again, and they had to intubate her, and then got her back, and she started breathing again on her own. And they told me to take her to a different hospital, and that was like only 6 hours later. And QueenBee and I rushed to Rockford, because that's where the ER was. And I'm starting to get like shaky, because it's a little like trauma. It was very traumatizing. Like, I still have a little bit of PTSD every time she starts to fall asleep. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? We took her to the Madison Veterinary Specialists Hospital. So not University of Wisconsin-Madison, because they didn't have any empty beds or spots. I think they called it beds though, even though no empty beds. So we took her there, and they were great. They diagnosed her with IMHA, which is Oh gosh, it's a really long thing, but I suggest you look it up if you have dogs, or cats can even get this. What happens is sometimes it's a primary disease, which means that there is no known trigger. Sometimes it's secondary, so something else is causing it, like cancer or an infection of some sort. But basically, it's when their white blood cells start attacking the red blood cells, and they become extremely anemic. And it seemed like Peach must have had it for a while, and it was like a slow buildup, because a lot of times it's a fast one and dogs need transfusions and it's incredibly expensive. Keeping her alive was incredibly expensive, but worth every penny. She's on 1 million medications now, but she has to have medicine 4 different times a day. But you're worth it, little baby. And she's only 6 years old. She's gonna be 7 in October, but we still have her grandma, because we used to actually raise Havanese, and that's how we got Peach, who is a Havanese. And her grandma Bella we still have, and she's 18 years old. So, well, yeah, people are walking around, you're gonna act like alert now, and not like she's acting like very sickly. But she's been doing really well since she got on the medication. Basically, she's on immunosuppressants to stop her immune system from attacking herself. They think, what I was trying to say is, they think that she had it for a while because her bone marrow has been off the charts as far as producing red blood cells and making new ones. So that's what was keeping her alive. People are letting the puppies out if you can hear people talking in the background. But yeah, basically, a lot of times their gums will turn yellow and they'll be like, you know, jaundice, basically. They're so anemic. But she was just really pale, and they were shocked because her counts were so low. But they didn't need to give her a transfusion because she was, yeah, they didn't, because you were making everything so well. You were doing so good. You were so good. Yeah, you were fighting very, very hard. And it was very difficult because, like, for some of them it can be like a really long, hard battle, but I figured as long as she's fighting, and thank God I had the savings. If this had been a few years ago, I wouldn't have had the savings to take care of her through this, because it is incredibly expensive. And I kind of feel at this point, like, don't get a dog unless you have like $7,000 put aside in case of emergency, because like she's fine now. Hopefully we'll be able to get her completely off the medicine, but she may have to be on a low dose for the rest of her life. But she's still running around. Right now she's on prednisone, which is the worst one, but we'll be able to get her off that steroid soon, and just keep her on the immunosuppressants. Yeah, and then right now that one has the worst side effects. So basically, and I don't know why she's so sleepy right now, because she has been crazy hyper lately because she is starving all the time. She has to eat and drink and pee all the time. We've had a few accidents in the house, just because she doesn't realize how often she has to go, so she doesn't tell me. Yeah, but you have been very energetic and eating tons, which is very good. And she's gonna have another blood test. I think next week we're bringing her in for another blood test to see where she's at, and if she can start getting her prednisone dose tapered down soon. But as of right now, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to go to Rhinebeck, because like I said, she needs medicine 4 times a day, and that's a lot to put on one of the other bees to like watch her, make sure everything's okay, and she might be stressed out, and that can be a trigger for her to relapse. So I'm gonna play it by ear and see how she's doing the closer we get to Rhinebeck. But when I got her home, I started knitting her this sweater. Yeah, look at your cute sweater. And this was our Posh Princess colorway, which is I think we released it around the berry update time. And I talked about wanting to knit her one, and once we got her home from the hospital, I casted it on and I started working on it, and look at how cute and rainbowy it is. It's perfect for you. I made it a little too low cut though. It's a little more low cut than I meant to make it, but there's room for her to wear her collar now, so that's good. And I definitely winged it. I didn't use like a pattern or anything. I don't think I've used a pattern for any of the sweaters I've ever knit. just kind of eyeball it. But I also embroidered some flowers on it. She's like, Mom, can you please just let me go take a nap? And they look kind of like lavender colored Edelweiss a little bit. I've never embroidered before, so but I thought it would look cute and give it a little bit of interest. But it's perfect on her. Isn't it perfect on you, baby? Okay, do you want to go lay? Do you want... Oh, now she's perked up. Do you want food? I want breakfast. See, I told you, she's just trying to nap because she likes when I talk and podcast for whatever reason, and it makes her want to pass out. You're gonna get fired from your host job. I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna have to find a new co-host. I'm just kidding. I've paid you so much at this point. But Peach is my best friend. She used to be my service dog back when I was in college, and she was a puppy and I was training her to be my service dog, and she was for a couple years. But when I moved back to the farm, I'm like always with my family, or like one of the bees is always with me. And then CGMs just got continuous glucose monitors because I'm a type 1 diabetic. I'm sorry. I'm a type 1 diabetic, which is why I wanted to have a service dog. But continuous glucose monitors have gotten so much better that I kind of like didn't really need her to be a service dog as much anymore. And it was also a, though she still helps with like my anxiety. I get really bad anxiety, which is like a secondary effect of having diabetes when I was younger. Changes your brain chemistry and all of that fun stuff. So, I mean, she is definitely like a comfort to me, but people are so mean, especially if your service dog doesn't look like a classic service dog, or you're, you know, they're not like a lab or a golden retriever or something, or it's not like clear that you have a chronic illness. People can just be really mean, or they're overly friendly, or they just pet your dog, or they just talk to you nonstop, and it takes like an hour extra to do anything out. So she also was attacked by a German Shepherd once, and so she's not a big fan of other dogs, like stranger dogs, which can be like difficult when they're a service animal, because she like freaks out and breaks her, concentration and whatever. So I had retired her, but I work at home, so Peach and I are together every single day, all day. She's like my little baby and best friend. Yeah, you're the love of my life. Yeah. She is the best. She is the best cuddler. Just the best little dog. Yeah, you are the best little girl. She's always down to have a snack. She's always down to have a cookie. Cookies? Yeah, I will give you one after this. I will give it to you after this. Look how cute she is. But sorry, if I talked about this so much, I know it was a lot, but I just wanted to let you guys know that she, thankfully, her case was very weird because she didn't need a blood transfusion, and usually they need several. And so she really bounced back incredibly fast, and I thank everyone who kept us in their thoughts and sent us positive energy and prayers and all of that stuff, because I think it really, really did help her. Yeah. And thank goodness you're still with me. You're stuck with me. Yeah. She's like, okay, but where's the cookie? I will get it for you in a minute, but it actually might be, oh my gosh, that's another thing. She's starving all the time, but she cannot have her one immunosuppressant she takes twice a day. She cannot have any food 2 hours before or an hour after. And she's not a fan of that. And that happens twice a day. In the morning it's fine because she's asleep. And then I make us go back to sleep for an hour until she can take her second medicine, the prednisone, which she does have to eat for. Yeah. And then also she's on a blood thinner because since her bone marrow is producing so many red blood cells, it's also producing a lot of platelets, which means that she can have an, oh goodness, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It stresses me out so much. She can have a blockage, and dogs are not like people where they can go in and they can, you know, remove the blockage if it happens. They kind of just have to hope and pray that they'll make it through. I mean, if they get a blood clot, it's a lot of times the end for them. So she's on that one today too. Yeah, you are on so many medicines. Okay, you want to go take a nap? Yeah, go take a nap. So yeah, I want to show you guys actually the update, and I'm gonna put that in a minute. I filmed that already. I kind of did everything kind of all over the place today, but I wanted to talk to you guys about shows coming up. So there will definitely be Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival, and that is the second weekend in September. I'm super duper excited about that. We will be there, and then in October we are heading out to can you go lay down instead of looking for food? We will be heading out to Rhinebeck for New York Sheep and Wool, and it's awesome because we officially have a booth there and everything. And then right after Rhinebeck we are heading to SAF, which is Southeastern Animal Fiber Festival in Asheville, North Carolina. So we have been dying for that stuff, for shows like crazy. Everybody's been working on processing that. We've been also trying to work on the Halloween update, which luckily that's all done and ready to pack and ship this week. And there is some left, and I'm gonna show you guys everything in a minute. But also we have to start working on what is it? Oh, Christmas yarn and like winter yarns soon too, because we're going to do an update for that in the beginning of October. Then some other things have happened. We started a new club, 2 new clubs. We have the Stephen King Club, which might have been going the last time I podcasted. It's been a while, so I don't entirely remember. But we also have the Bumblebee Acres Order of Magical Makers, which is just a magic in general club that I am so excited about because the possibilities are literally endless. So if you are interested in doing like mystery clubs, we have a lot of options, and I'm really excited about that because we have so many. I'm really excited for August. I can't wait for everybody to see what August is going to be, but I haven't been able to. I can't tell anybody what it is. It's a surprise, so that's that. But QueenBee and SenBee have been working on that because they are the club. They're the dyers, and so they're working on the club dyeing and all of that stuff. And I came out with a new pattern, so I'm going to show you guys again in a minute, but I finally released the 13th cowl, which I was working on last autumn. And I wanted to get out in time for October 13th, but it just didn't happen. And these were with our Trick or Treat mini skein sets, and it is called the 13th cowl because it has 13 different striped colors in it, and it is just like a really nice drapey, you can definitely wear it up like a hood, and it comes down almost all the way in the back, but I just wanted something drapey and colorful and kind of scrappy looking for autumn time, and yeah, I absolutely love it, and I am so glad that it is out, and I thank you all who have already purchased it, and I will remind you guys again in a minute, but there is a code that is special for newsletter sign up and people who watch the podcast here, and that is for 25% off the pattern. So if you don't already have it, there is a special code. I'm putting it down below that is for 25% off, and that's good until August 31st. But yeah, it's super cute. I'm excited to wear it out. I can finally wear it. Last year I didn't wear it like at all because I didn't want to mess it up before like photos and it was released and all of that stuff. But now I can wear it and I don't have to worry about it. And then this Friday coming up, I am going to be doing a sale on the pumpkin hat pattern, and we have lots of yarn in the shop for this adorable hat. Should I say that my own patterns are adorable? Is that sounding vain? Sorry, I have a hair in front of my eye. Is it conceit? I think it's adorable. I wouldn't have designed it if I didn't think it was adorable, but it's kind of like a cute little like toque beret type hat. And I did come out with this one last year. I did get this one out in time last year, and it has this adorable button, basket weave button that I designed, and you can find the free tutorial for that here on the channel. But it is out of our marshmallow worsted yarn base, and I just love this hat. I wore it a ton last year and it has held up beautifully. It's just so cute and textured, and I don't know, I love it. So I'm definitely in an autumn mood, and I'm going to show you now the update, and I'll be right back. So I wanted to show you guys a bit of the update. A few of these things are sold out. So the Trick or Treat mini skein set that is for the 13th cowl is sold out. But I just wanted to put it here for anybody who did order one and is waiting for it in the mail. It is super cute, and I didn't take the time to write the colors of all the minis on the listing, but if you did order one of these, there will be a label on the package that is orientated for the whole set, so you can read all the names and what have you. But we do have a couple left of the Coquette Autumn Rainbow set, and I just bundled these up just to make them cute for the video. In the what am I trying to say? In the when they're packaged, they will be in a flat package, so that way you can actually see what everything is. But I am just like obsessed with this one, and I have a little bit of leftovers of each color, and I am thinking I might make something with it because it is just too cute. And yes, I did light some candles and get everything super cute and a little bit spooky to show you guys these, because oh my goodness. And you might hear the coffee sizzling in the background because I am brewing another cup. It is one of those days. So next up we have pumpkin, and I'm showing you guys all of these in squishy sock. We have pumpkin, we have monster mash, and I actually have some socks to show you that SenBee knit in monster mash, and I will show you guys those next. After I show you guys all the yarn, I'm going to show you some projects that we did with the yarn last year, and also that were finished this year, because I have an FO, a big FO to show you that was done with these minis. That's a little bit of like just an inspo. So we have Black Cat on Your Path, and all of these are still in the shop. The only thing I think that is really sold out is that mini set. So everything else is in the shop. I don't know what bases are in there offhand, but we have Monster Mash, and we have, oh goodness, It's Alive is this one. And these are all super cool. This one is still a variegated, but it's a speckly variegated. Just, oh my goodness, look at that. Ugh. I absolutely love this one. I think SenBee, since she did a socks out of Graveyard Smash last year, I think she's gonna do a pair out of Monster Mash this year. But just, look at that. Black Cat on Your Path is super Halloween-y and fun. It's a very witchy color, I feel like. But yeah. And we have here, which are a little less of that Halloween vibe. I feel like these are very like classic fun Halloween vibe colors. These are very autumnal. And we have had 3 of these in the past. This color is brand new. This is Crackling Fire. And Crackling Fire, you can see, is a little bit deeper than Maple Leaf right here. So Maple Leaf has a lot of glowy white in it. Kind of because we wanted to show like when the sunlight is filtering through the leaves in the trees and it just kind of glows. And also you get some of those like, you know, those golden yellow maple leaves that are just like, oh my goodness, like what am I trying to say, fluorescent almost. But this is a super cute color. Last year we had fade sets of these 3. So we have Red Barn in Autumn. It has those maple leaf colors, our Red Barn color down here, like a rusty red and brown, and then that blue October Sky color. And then here we have October Sky with the maple leaf colors and that beautiful crisp blue. And these totally can fade together, these ones. But also I feel like this guy can fade in there as well now, which is super cute. And I am kind of obsessed with these. I've been wanting to do like a fade or just like a full project with all of these. Well, with these 3 beforehand, but now with this one, I'm like, may have to happen sooner than later. I kind of feel like you could do a fade with the blue on this side, and I would put the Crackling Fire here and fade it like that. Yes, yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm obsessed. And I just wanted to show you guys some of these notions. One of my leaves fell, and the coffee is really brewing in the background. We have, these are hard to photograph, but this guy is a little ghost, and he glows in the dark. And candy corn. I love candy corn. If you don't like candy corn, well, 1, you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong, but you're definitely wrong. And then that adorable little jack-o'-lantern. Oh my goodness, and then I just realized I'm missing a color. I'm missing pumpkin ghoul. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go and find pumpkin ghoul in a minute, but then we have these colors. So these 2 aren't like new. They are just tonals that are tonals we've had before. This is Vintage Bronze, and this is I'll Await Your Raven, which is pretty much black. It's very glowy in this lighting right now, but it is black. And then we have Old Salem, which is brand new. And just, oh my goodness. When they came up with these 4 new colors, these 2 and these 2, I was just floored. I walked in when they were actually dyeing this guy. This is Haunted Wood. And the process they went through to dye this guy was insane. But their inspiration for this one particularly was like a golden moon coming through the branches when you're walking through the woods at night. It's just, oh, it's so cool. It also reminds me of like that classic image of a dark haunted house with like the glowing candlelight through the windows. Like I feel like it could be either or, but it is very spooky and beautiful. And then we have Coven. Coven has this beautiful purple, plummy purple on it. And this, I'm not sure which one is my favorite, to be honest with you. I am kind of obsessed with all of them. This whole basket here is just my vibes this year. I feel like every year I go into autumn and like my vibes kind of rotate. Like I either want that crazy Halloween, fun, like just nostalgic look. I want the autumnal reds and oranges. Maybe it's just because I'm just working into autumn now. Or like this year, I want this like vintage, spooky, like Wiccan witch kind of vibe. But this one is Bewitched. Or no, not Bewitched. I'm sorry. I Put a Spell on You. I am sorry about that. Yep, this one is I Put a Spell on You, or Put a Spell on You. It's one of those. I'm sorry, there's so many colors and so many names. Put a Spell on You, something along that line. But so this one was actually, it's kind of like you know, Sanderson Sisters vibe, with that whole song that they do. But also, okay, if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, they have a movie, and I think it's called Witch's Ghost. But SenBee and I watched it a million times as kids. And there's this band of witches, and they're called the Hex Girls. And they have a song, and it kind of sounds like a Bon Jovi song. It kind of sounds like, oh gosh, I forget the song, but they have this song that's called, I'm a Hex Girl and I'm gonna put a spell on you, and it's just so freaking funny because it's kind of a throwback. So it can go either way because the colors are a little bit like the Hex Girl colors, so that is fun. Then we have this one of a kind, and this one is actually almost sold out. Just this small batch we did of this color that we decided to call Vampire's Thrall. And it is this beautiful, like, taupey gray, cream, and like blood splatter on it. There's some browns in there. It's very rich and kind of romantic, but like vampire romance, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of sad I didn't keep one because I don't know what's left of that guy, but yes. And there's my coffee that's almost empty that I have to fill up, but let me go and grab that one yarn that I forgot. So I go out there and I realize I also forgot to grab a witch's cauldron. I thought I had put all of these aside after I had photographed them. And I guess that when I went through the bucket, I forgot to grab a couple of them. Well, there you have it. So we have witch's cauldron, which is super, super cool. Creepy cauldron, green, orangey yellow flames, pewter cauldron down here, knits up, super cute, especially in socks. And then we have pumpkin ghoul, and I talked about this last year, but pumpkin ghoul is actually kind of like a nostalgic color for SenBee and I as well. When we were kids, I was a very ill kid. I don't know, like always around big dates and big holidays, I would get like, you know, the sniffles and stuff. But I missed a few Halloweens because of it. And what QueenBee did, and SenBee ended up, you know, missing them too sometimes because, you know, QueenBee didn't want to take one kid and not the other. But she came up with this pumpkin ghoul like legend, and the pumpkin ghoul would come and bring you gifts, like just like a little like thing of candy, some like Halloween inspired like toys and stuff. And he would like always hide them like outside. Like one time he hid them like by our play set with this like glowing pumpkin decoration, and we looked out the window and all of a sudden it was there on Halloween, and it was really cute and fun. But yeah, so that's pumpkin ghoul. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys some of the actual like knits that we have with some of these colors, just so you can kind of get like a feel of ideas and how they work up and all of that stuff. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna show you socks first because socks are super fun. So we have here is Graveyard Smash, and these are knit in our Coquette sock. I did just bring a squishy sock skein with me, but SenBee knit these, and I will link the project page below. That's on Ravelry. But off the top of my head, I believe these are Sock Witchery's String of Lights pattern. And just look at how cool this knits up. It's so cool. And then for the heels and toes, she used one of the heel and toe sets that are in the shop right now. I forget the names of them. There are 3 different sets, but you'll know when you see it, when you go and look. But yep, so these are all Coquette sock. Just look at how cool it knit up. And again, this is Graveyard Smash. Then BabyBee took her Trick or Treat minis. So the Trick or Treat mini sets, we actually released as a surprise last year as well. This year we just released them as a set. But last year we kept back a set for each of us. And BabyBee made these socks, and I believe these are String of Lights as well. So she used, I believe, she used like the same colors in both of these socks. And I think she only used, well, she only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. And then like, I think a silver that we had on hand to do the heels and toes and the cuff. But she was going to split them. I don't think she started on her second pair. I think she's going to do those this year, but she just kind of did alternating colors. But if you are curious, this is a lot like pumpkin cowl. I think that in the set we call it jack-o'-lantern. They're pretty much the same exact color. I think I think pumpkin cowl is slightly darker, but that way you kind of have an idea of how it knits up. This is Witch's Cauldron. I mean, like, super cool. This one is not Graveyard Smash, Monster Mash, and then this is Graveyard Smash again. And because these are dyed in mini skeins, it knits up a little differently than the one that was dyed in a full 2-yard skein. And then this one is just pumpkin. But super cute. But I thought that those were cool. And again, this is Sock Witchery's String of Lights pattern. Then we have SenBee's Cozy Hiker Socks pattern, and that was done in a skein of maple leaf, held 2 strands together to make a DK weight sock. And she used one of those heel and toe sets that I mentioned we have in the shop to do the heels and toes. But yeah, Coquette sock held double. And I'm actually doing a giveaway for this kit, so I will show you that in a minute. So that will be this episode's giveaway. So stick around till the end so I can show you guys and tell you all about how to enter and all of that fun stuff. And these here, QueenBee used that same heel and toe mini set, and again, those are in the shop as well. But she did Coquette sock, Red Barn in Autumn. I have it here on Squishy Sock. But look at how this knits up. Okay, so this is so cool. It totally does the Red Barn color, and then you have the maple leaves and the October sky that pulls together. I believe she used a US 1 to knit these off the top of my head. And these are just vanilla socks with a heel flapping gusset heel, and yeah. But those are the socks. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this. Yeah, and I know you're gonna say, oh Sam, you don't have any socks. Shh. I already know, and I'm very sad about it. So before I get to these fun hats over here, I wanted to show you the giveaway set up close and personal. So again, this is our Cozy Hiker sock set. And this is the original one that SenBee designed, the original colors. This is Maple Leaf on Coquette sock. And then we have those heel and toe mini sets that I was talking about. I believe this one's called Acorn in the shop. So these guys will be for the giveaway. And remember, stick around to the end to find out all about that. But basically, I do want to say that the Cozy Hiker pattern is just really fun. It's easy to knit, quick to knit. You get these chunky, nice, cozy socks. SenBee has worn these quite a few times, and you can see how well they have held up. because Coquette sock is amazing, but they are divine, absolutely divine. And I am obsessed, and I'm super excited for somebody to get to knit a matching pair with SenBee. But now going to put these to the side, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the pumpkin hat. So if you guys were followers of us last year, you will have known that we released this pumpkin hat pattern. This is my pattern. I saw this yarn, which we have renamed. It had a Harry Potter inspired name before, but we have renamed it to just be pumpkin. And pumpkin is spelt a fun way. I will link it below. But you see it is this orangey, bronzy color. And I also have a free tutorial on our channel on how to make this adorable button embellishment. But it is a cute beret style hat, and QueenBee knit up a sample in our pumpkin patch colorway, and both of these colors are in the shop. And I showed this earlier this year because I knit this for SenBee, and this is actually our Coquette sock held 2 strands together. So that either creates a DK or a worsted. It fluffs up to be a worsted if you want, and knits down to a DK if you want when you hold it double. But the original is in our marshmallow worsted, and we do have both of these colors online, and we also have all of this marshmallow worsted. So we have so many colors. A lot of these are just listed in their colorway listing. So Crackling Fire, Haunted Wood, Coven, Put a Spell on You back here. These will all be in their listing. This is Vintage Bronze, which will be in, it might be in both the Pumpkin Hat Kit listing as well as the Vintage Bronze listing. I believe Vintage Bronze has its own listing. Same with this beauty, which is Pumpkin. This will definitely, I put half of them in the Pumpkin Hat Kit listing and half of them in the regular pumpkin listing. And then we have Gordy, which will also be in the pumpkin hat listing. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all the options. And I'm going to be doing a sale again on the pattern. So if you don't already have the pattern, I'm going to be doing a sale, probably listing it Friday with the newsletter. So if you are not signed up for the newsletter, I definitely recommend that. It's a super fast and fun pattern to knit. And I always appreciate your guys' support. So I'm going to show you my other pattern that I released this year right now. Okay guys, so here is the 13th cowl, up close and personal. And it does use all of these minis that was in the set. You can also do the Harvest Rainbow mini set also to do this. Or you can just stash bust, you can use a full skein and an alternating skein. I would just say that you definitely want to do these eyelet rows in a tonal or a lightly speckled yarn and keep that all the same. But for the middle sections, you can do whatever you want. But this guy's super fun. It was a ton of fun to knit, very potato chippy because it's super easy. It's very nice and drapey. Yeah, and I was able to use all 13 minis, and then I had a little bit left over, and I didn't weave in, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't weave in the ends super duper well. Because I blocked this last year, and I actually knit it all last year, but I didn't have time to get it out for an update or for a release before Halloween, so I saved it for this year. But yeah, you get like almost half, I believe, of each mini left. So you can still do scrappy socks if you want to. And I think that's actually what I might do with mine. Because yeah, I mean, BabyBee's scrappy socks I showed you were super, super cute. And This guy has a coupon code on general social media. The coupon code is for 15% off, but there is a 25% off coupon code that I am putting below in the description, so definitely check that out. If you haven't purchased the pattern yet, that coupon code is valid until August 31st, 2021, which is when this video is going out. So you have like a couple weeks if you want to grab this guy and just make something that's lightweight and drapey and fun, and easy to knit for the holidays. I know a lot of people do like Halloween inspired minis, and especially if they give out 20-gram minis, that this is a great option because you have so much of your mini left to do other projects afterwards. But this is a fun one to keep them all in one project, so you can always remember them in your one project. But yeah, and then I want to show you the recent FO that QueenBee did. So I'm gonna scoot this over here and try to lay this guy out one-handed because it is huge. So QueenBee has been working on, and I believe I showed it in a previous episode as a whip. She has been working on this gathering shawl. I'm not doing it justice right now because this table is not big enough for it. She has been working on this gathering shawl, and it is kind of an adapted version of our 2-color gathering shawl. In all the garter areas and also the lace ending, she used our Azazel, which is like a neon yellowy green, supernatural yarn. And then she used the 13 Trick or Treat minis and striped them in, and she literally just knit until each one was completely gone. So she kind of eyeballed it as well because she did not use the recommended needle size. I think she went down to like a US 4 or a US 5, or maybe it's a 6. I don't know if I don't know. I will, if she has a Ravelry page for this, I will link it below. But basically, she just likes to take my gathering shawl pattern and make up whatever she feels like making up with it. So she definitely added more rows in between and kind of just eyeballed it, I would say, is a good way to put it, and then made sure that each mini was used up completely. So if that's something you want to do with a mini skein set, that's totally an option too. The gathering shawl pattern is one of my patterns, and I will link that below. I will link all patterns below. But yeah, this guy is huge. I just blocked it the other day. I actually had to bring it up to our attic because it, you know, when it was knit, before it was blocked, it was pretty small. It actually seemed like it was going to be a tiny shawl, but when I blocked it in the attic, like I had done a soak. I had put citric acid in the water along with some soap just to make sure that the colors didn't bleed at all, which is something you definitely want to do with a scrappy project or yarns that have yarns in a project that have high contrast. So like, see how this guy has white and red and black? If you don't put that citric acid in, sometimes those will bleed. So you want to do like cool, lukewarm, room temp water, I would say. And so I soaked it for a little bit, brought it upstairs, took out the blocking mats, and this guy ended up having an 8-foot wingspan. It is absolutely ginormous, which is good because QueenBee loves huge shawls. I think she was worried it was going to be really, really small. Like it looked, I'm telling you guys, it looked like the one skein version before I blocked it. It is massive. So yeah, that's the power of blocking. That's definitely the power of blocking. And it is so cool, and I'm so excited for her to wear this on our walks this autumn and all of that fun stuff. But that's it for projects that I'm showing you right now, and I will be right back to talk to you guys about our giveaway and other things. Okay, so I'm back. I showed you guys all of the cool patterns and everything, and all of the yarn. I also want to talk to you guys about the giveaway now, because I'm pretty sure I've covered all my bases on for this podcast. I'm worried it's super long. I don't know how long it's ended up becoming, but I don't want to be around for too long. But I just want to remind everyone again, I will have a sale code for this hat in our newsletter. So if you aren't signed up already, sign up for our newsletter. The link is below. The 13th cowl is on sale until August 31st. And I want to talk about the giveaway. So we are giving away this sock set for SenBee's Cozy Hiker's sock pattern. Oh my goodness. So we are giving this away on Coquette sock. So it's time to tell you guys how to enter the giveaway. Okay, so last time it took me forever to choose a winner of the giveaway, and I feel like this is a common thing for me because sometimes I choose randomly number generated. Sometimes I choose who I like best, and last time I said I was gonna choose who I like best, but everybody wrote such amazing stuff that it was literally heartbreaking for me to choose one person. I almost had to call in backup from the other bees to be like, okay, who's gonna win this round? So this time, what I want you guys to do is kind of what I did last time. Leave a comment below telling me what your favorite Halloween candy is and why. And you're gonna want to write a really nice long comment explaining why you love this candy and like any type of memory you have with it or anything like that. Kind of like the last comment giveaway thing. But instead of me choosing, I'm gonna let you guys decide who wins. So you have to thumbs up your favorite comment. So definitely like come back to decide that. I am going to pull the winner. Let me actually look at my schedule where I said that when I was going to pull the winner. It's gonna be next week. Hold on guys. Gosh, I am a mess right now. I am going to pull the winner on the 29th of August. So you guys have until the end of the day on the 29th. Well, I guess I'll pull them on the 30th, on Monday the 30th then. The winner. But the winner is whoever gets the most thumbs up, hearts, combination, whatever, on the comment below. So you guys vote, tell me who you think has the best comment or who you agree with the most on candy. Yeah, I said earlier that I love candy corn. I'm going to give 5 extra points to somebody who says that they love candy corn and means it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know why people don't like candy corn. Maybe it's just because I ate it so much as a kid that I think it's good. Maybe if I didn't and now I ate it, I'd be like it was gross. But I don't know. I just always loved candy corn. Like I literally, in college, I bought a bag of just candy corn to eat on Halloween because, you know, I was in college and I didn't go trick-or-treating. But, anyways, yeah, tell me a cute memory of your candy, trick-or-treating, as a kid, as an adult, anything that is cute, and everybody will vote, and then we will see who has the most votes. Alright. So, Peach is staring at me. I think it's about time that she... Oh, you can still have a snack. That's why you're upset. She is pouting on the couch, right where she died. Literally, I have such PTSD from that, you guys. But yeah, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for watching. And next time, I won't have such a long, crazy story about my dog dying and coming back to life for you. And we can maybe talk about something more normal and fun. And I will have, I don't know if we will keep it as autumn themed next time. We'll keep it more, well, it depends. It depends on what everybody's working on. Everybody has been working on a million projects. Sorry, I'm drawing out this ending. But we've been working on a million projects, but I didn't want to show them all this time around because I wanted to keep it autumn themed. So next time, we're gonna show all the projects. So you guys take care, and don't forget to comment and enter the giveaway and sign up for the newsletter and all that fun stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye! Are you ready for a cookie? Are you ready to have cookie? Were you being bad? You say it's time for cookie? Okay, let's go. Oh, do you have to go outside? Okay, we take you outside.